Have you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. And find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Keep up to date with what's on Sewing Street and Yarn Lane, as well as all the latest news and special offers by signing up to our email newsletters. For Sewing Street, head on over to www.sewingstreet.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope and you're done. It's exactly the same for Yarn Lane. Head on over to www.yarnlane.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope and that's it. You are now subscribed to both Sewing Street's and Yarn Lane's email newsletters, so you'll never miss out on the latest news and special offers ever again. We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Well, our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. They're full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and as enjoyable as possible. And not only will they take your order, they will also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too. In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on, so you never have to spend a minute without us.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping! Have you heard about Yarn Lane, a TV show dedicated to knitting, crochet and all things yarn, bringing you demonstrations from our expert guests as well as the latest tools. and find out what's coming up on the show by following us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our email newsletter or visit the programme guide on our website at www.yarnlane.com. Hello, welcome back, or welcome to Yarn Lane if you're just tuning in with us. My name's Vicky. It's in fact my first show back of Yarn Lane since having lovely little Maisie, so it's so lovely to be back with you. If you are just joining us, we are the only TV show that's dedicated to knitting and crochet. At the moment, just 1 hour special on, what days is it now? Is it set days, Emma? I still can't get into like my groove of what days it is. It's on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays and Saturday. So we've now gone up to 4 days. So 4 days at 12 o'clock. Join us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Freeview, on Sky, where you can learn how to knit and crochet. Or if you're a seasoned pro, you'll find some beautiful, beautiful kits and great inspiration. If you jump to our website, then you can see all of the products that are on the show today, as well as lots of different categories of patterns, books, tools, storage, accessories, kits, yarn, loads of things. But on today's show, if you click watch live and scroll down, then you can see all of the kits on pre-order. Notice the price of these. The value for money is amazing. Absolutely amazing. We're going to go through everything you're getting in these kits, so don't worry. But honestly, we were all a bit shocked when we found out the price on these. At $39.99, Aragurumi set, which all come with different books. So we've got lovely Claire here with us, who is going to talk through everything that gives you lovely inspiration as well. So those of you that have never done crochet before, or if you have done crochet, there's something for everybody in here. There's loads of different designs. Which one do you want to start with, Kat? Let's start with this one because it's right in front of me. This is your Aragurumi Toy Box, where you get 16 super cute Aragurumi toys to crochet. So, I mean, it's a massive set. I don't know that you can tell on the telly, but it is. There's loads in here. I'm just going to cut this so we can open it. Yeah, this is my early bird from Sewing Street, coming in very, very useful because I'm awful at getting into packaging. So I think this would be a really nice gift for somebody for Christmas. Really nice. I know somebody told me off earlier for using the C word on Sewing Street and saying it's July, don't talk about Christmas. But I am thinking I'd rather space it out and enjoy the rest of the year now and just think, right, Christmas is done. These are lovely gifts. Right. You have got, for $39.99, your project book, which gives you 16 different projects to crochet. Lots of great photographs. It's not just a little pamphlet, it's a huge book with really, really lovely designs. Oh, look, the dachshund. And then hidden under the book, you've got a robot in there. Oh, there's so many really, really lovely projects. Step-by-step pictures, easy to follow charts, elephants, bears, dolls and robots. Absolutely brilliant. And then under there, hidden, is all of your yarn. You've got toy stuffing in here. These ones are normally around about £1. The bigger ones are about £2. The book, I think, retails about £15. Yeah, $14.99. So it doesn't take, you know, a mathematician to realise that this is brilliant value for money, as well as DMC little tin with loads of goodies in here. Fabric, you've got skein, DMC skein, you've got your crochet hook, you've got eyes in there, you've got loads, you've got charts, you've got some sharps as well. So this is so good, isn't it? Value for money for a gift for somebody is fantastic. Everything that you need. Absolutely love it. Plus your toy stuffing's in there as well. And it all comes all beautifully presented in a great box. £39.99.
You haven't got to go hunting around, looking for the right colours you need for the book. They're all there, ready to go. We absolutely love it. Oh, loads of messages. Thank you. Saying hello. Hello, Claire. Wendy, baby Maisie is gorgeous. Thank you. She's with her dad today. She's been with her dad this morning. So it's really lovely to be back. Yeah, busy decorating our new house. So that's your Aragurumi Toy Box. So if you do love this super cute dolls and bears and robots with this book, then it's just $39.99. Right, we also have the next kit. Can we go for this one? Because this is, I think, my favourite. I love this. This one comes with a cosmopolitan collection of crochet creations from amazing designers. Look! Straight away, the giraffe is amazing. Oh, Kat, I bet you're going to love this one, aren't you? There's some beautiful, really lovely designs in here. A fox. I love him. You've also got the deer. We've got dolls, rabbits. Oh, my word. More little rabbits. Look at the lion. Leo. Oh, isn't he gorgeous? Little elephant. Oh, see, we've been talking today about our Emily, the elephant that we had on Sewing Street. We've got cats, birds. There was somebody who was saying actually that they wanted a cat toy, Derek. And we also had somebody saying that they wanted, it was a duck, wasn't it? Not a bird. But there were loads of people messaging different suggestions. These are great. So much inspiration. So not only do you have 23 toys in here to crochet, once again, it comes with all of your yarn. Now it says on the front here, you've got 16 balls of your 25 grams, which are the smaller ones, all 16. So that's £16. Kat's got the calculator out now. You've also got 3 of your 50-gram balls. So they're normally around £2 each. So £6. Your book. This one is $14.95, £15. You've got your toy stuffing, and then you've also got all of this. I mean, this is so good. You've got fabrics in here, 3 lots of fabrics. You've got eyes again, you've got your skein, you've got all of your bits and bobs, your crochet hook ready to go in a lovely tin, which you can then reuse, of course, all for $39.99. It's such brilliant value. I keep saying this, but it's a perfect gift. Perfect gift for somebody who loves crochet. Absolutely brilliant. So that one's your Cosmopolitan collection of creatures. Final one before we say hello to Claire is this one. These are really cute. Oh, you're going to look at the koala and the little lamb as well. I can't make up my mind which is my favourite. I swear I cut all of these before the show. I can't get into them. I can't get in. I know I tried to do this as smooth as possible. Right. I must have got distracted and just done the one. So, 16 Aragurumi. Really cute designs. Look at these. We'll have a quick flick through, but we'll have a look a bit closer with Claire. Look at all of these. Raccoon. The tiger. What designs do you want to make? Rosie the horse. Oh, I mean, these are all adorable, aren't they? All absolutely adorable. There's Nana. Look at the little sheep. The lamb, Lily the lamb. Oh my word. Just a matter of which book would you prefer. All of the kits are the same. The only difference is the book. So you get all of the lovely colours. You have your toy stuffing included in there. You've got all your bits and bobs, including your crochet hook. The koala, the panda. There's some really lovely designs in here. The puppy. This one is currently in the lead. Straight away gone into baskets. Absolutely love it. Just $39.99. Don't forget, not only do you get your book, you have all of this yarn, your toy stuffing, and also your DMC tin with all of your goodies. All of the goodies. It's not just a leaflet, it's a huge book. It's a really great inspirational project book. I think we'll hear that word a lot today. I know that Claire was saying that sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? It's just inspiration for everybody who loves crochet. It's so lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh, good. It's good having you back. We've loved to. We love learning something new, and this is brilliant for anybody who's new to crochet or already season pro.
What you described there is exactly as I describe it. It's a box of inspiration, a box of creativity. There is so much in here. There isn't enough to do all 32 dolls, so that's why you have to sit with a cup of tea, browse through the book first, choose which one I want, and they're all different designers as well. Yes. So this one is the one I've got at the front, and if we flick right to the back, you've got all the designers listed, so you can read about them and where they're from. So Turkey, Greece, Russia.
Oh, wow.
The other books are a single designer. So Chuck Kay, if you want to learn about her, she's here.
Right.
And then we've got another designer in the other book as well.
Brilliant.
So all different designers. So one thing that springs to mind straight away for me is that these are written in American. And I know we've talked about this in the past. When I've been on, we've talked about crocheting being American terminology and UK terminology. And I've always tried to emphasise which is which. Because we've got designers from all over the world, these are written in American.
Which isn't a problem, isn't it? It's
I don't
just
think so
as long as you're aware.
Because these books are brilliant as well. And something we don't have with some of the other kits is right at the beginning, it tells us so much about everything that you need to do crochet and all the terminology.
Oh, fantastic.
All the terminology is listed, and each book will have that in.
So if you just need to refresh your mind on, hang on, a treble, a double, you can just refresh yourself.
What are they calling this here? What are they calling it? So you've got pages and pages at the beginning to browse through, make sure you're familiar, make sure you're happy with which is which. So they're the books, the designers. One of them as well has, I think it's this one.
That's the toy box, isn't it? The first one. Yeah.
The first one. So in her terminology, she uses symbols. See, like, I don't know if your camera can zoom into this. So
absolutely.
What they call a chain, she uses this symbol.
Okay.
And singles, we call doubles, and in the UK, is an X. So actually, you could call it Fred. To be honest, it doesn't really matter if you know it as a single or a double or a Fred or whatever you want to know it as. Have a look, beautiful pictures. It takes you through step by step, and you go, I don't call that a single, I don't call that anything, I call it this.
Yeah.
And so this book uses symbols rather than terminology.
So like you said, make yourself a cup of tea, have a look through in the contents, which one do you want to have a go at, have a look at the terminology, refresh your mind on which one you've got. You've got your crochet hook in here, you've got lots of coloured yarns as well, haven't you?
Yes.
We were talking about the value for money, Claire. I mean, we were just doing a bit of a breakdown, but it's really good value, isn't it?
I would love to receive one of these as a present. And actually, when I got to play with these the first time, I didn't know where to begin. It did take me a couple of days to go, where shall I start? Yeah. So where do you get inspiration from? So I have marked my little books, and this one.
I love all your little post-it notes, all your markers.
Because I want to make sure I mention some of the really nice things I've pulled out of this book. So this one. This was the book, the second one you showed, the Sweet Crochet Friends, 16 of them.
Yeah, the graphics are in for that one.
And this one, I'm not sure if you pronounce it Pio the Hippo or Pio the Hippo. But on this book, there's a little description about each of them.
Oh,
so here it says, he's a very shy young hippopotamus. He doesn't talk much, but boy, sure is a good listener. And when you see him, be sure to give him a hug. Oh. And I just love that description.
I love that.
So he was actually the first one I made.
You made him!
So, I don't know which camera you want this on.
Oh, he's lovely.
Here we have the little hippo. So you can see the size here.
Oh, yeah, he's bigger than I thought he was going to be. They're a really good size.
Yeah. So this was him. And I've made a couple to show to you today.
Oh, I love it.
I'm going to draw out a few things that I've learned in making these. I got the kits about a week ago, and I've managed to make 2 in a week.
Oh. So, and you've been busy. I know you said you were doing your ski instructing yesterday, and you're doing other bits and bobs as well. So that's fab, isn't it?
So it gives you an idea. of how much the main colour that you make him out of is probably one of these big balls.
Ah, right, okay then. Yeah.
And then you've got your other colours that you can mix and match. And I wouldn't get anything else other than one toy out of one big ball.
Right.
So if I did want to make more, I'd maybe have to change the colour a bit.
Yeah.
Or we all have yarn scraps lying around the house.
Absolutely.
And you might think, actually, I love the colours in there and I'm going to make the jumper out of that, but I'm going to make the main colour out of a different colour that's not in this box.
Yeah.
It's not like the projects that we've had on before where that's the project.
Yeah.
That's your
Personalise it.
yarn. This is completely inspiration,
Oh,
box
brilliant.
of inspiration. So that was my inspiration for
P.O. the
him.
hippo. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. This book, by the way, this is now overtaken. This is the one that's in the lead at the moment. There's how many available, sorry? Okay, less than 20 of those now. Less than 20 of the kits. And it is fantastic value for money. I've seen that you're using your little tin as your pencil case.
So, do you know, I got the tin. I love this tin. If I go into this one, sorry, just create a bit of space. In here, if you've got your fabrics, I'm going to talk about those in a minute. In this bag, we have 3 lots of safety eyes.
Fantastic.
A yarn needle.
Yeah.
And a stitch marker.
Oh, brilliant.
I lost my stitch marker the minute I opened it because it's so tiny, but you need a tiny one because this Amigurumi is such a tight weave that you really need a small stitch marker. I did lose mine. So in my box, this is my box that I've kept, I've added a few extra things, including some extra stitch markers. So I think you've got some stitch markers available on Yarn Lane that you can drop into a basket. It's definitely worth having some spares. I've put in a pen and a pair of scissors because you don't get those, and I always find those useful. The crochet hooks you get, it's the soft ones.
Oh, so that makes a difference.
Really important with Amigurumi because this is a really tight crochet. It almost finishes feeling like a fabric because it's so tight. So having a really comfortable crochet hook with that soft grip, I think is really important. So that's a really nice crochet hook. And then I've added some buttons, and these are my inspiration. I was trying to find a button for a second one, and if I can bring this one up, this was the second one I made.
Oh, is this from the same book?
This is from the other book. No,
the other book. This is from the
is
toys.
From
the toy box.
Which one are we from? This one.
Ah, brilliant.
So
this is the various designer book.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So this one is from this book.
Gorgeous.
Now in this book, it's on the front page.
Colour.
I've changed the colour. So again, use it for inspiration. You don't have to follow it completely. And the first thing I found was this little heart button.
Oh,
that I
love
really
that.
liked. And that was my inspiration. What can
for the
I do
colour.
with it? And I'm going to use the green. So in the box, we've got a really lime green. And I thought, okay, so I've got a lime green that matches my button. So
Perfectly.
brilliant. I'm going to do that. And in my box, a piece of the fabric that I had, this is what I used to cut out the little cheeks that you might be able to see. Can you see that? So I've got little cheeks, little bits of fabric on the cheek.
Oh, that's so cute.
And so I thought, well, this will do for the cheeks. So now I've got pink and blue in the fabric that came in the box. I've used the green. I'm actually going to make a pink flower. Yeah. So I used the pattern. I used it as inspiration, but I didn't stick to their colours or their suggestions. And so I made that. And in here, which one is mine? It's the pink one. I've tagged it with pink to show you this one. Here we go. Oh no, sorry, that was all of those for inspiration. We've got lots and lots of them.
There's loads. I love Leo the lion as well. Oh gosh, they're all gorgeous. The giraffe,
they're all just
it's really cute.
Gorgeous. So, on Buttons the bunny, that's where I made. They suggest that you can do 2 different sizes using the same pattern, just with a different size hook. So they've made the smaller one with a 2.25mm hook, and the big one with a 3.25mm hook.
And what hook do you get in the kit?
That is a very good question. You get 3.5.
Okay.
But I went for a 3mm hook and just made the one.
Right,
So mine is probably somewhere in the middle of the big and the small one.
It's handy having, like you say, you just change the size of the hooks and you can adapt lots of patterns. So it, again, makes it really versatile. We've got a Zing crochet hook set, and I do love this one. This was one of my favourites, and it comes with a 2, a 2.5, a 3, a 3.5, 4, a 4.5, a 5, 5.5, and a 6mm crochet hooks in a nice little case. And I do like them in the nice colours. Yeah, absolutely, make the most of those. They're just $26.99, therefore you can make lots of different sizes as well.
Yes, I love that. I might put that on my Christmas list, actually.
Yeah?
If anybody's watching that knows me.
Good idea, good idea.
So what else have we inspired by this? I've got so much to tell you what I've been inspired by. So if I just flip back one page on this book, you can see here we've got the fox, and there's some ideas here for what you can use the fabric for.
Oh, he's made a little tent.
So they've made a little tent.
Yeah.
He's got a little scarf. We've obviously got the patches that I've put on my bunny, and there's other kits in there. This one has got little patches around them on the head, the bunny, and I think you can put patches on the dungarees of the doll. Or you could use the fabric to make a little drawstring bag to put the finished one in and present it as a gift.
Yeah, good idea.
So it really is a box of inspiration, and there is no strict
There's no right or
rules with
wrong.
what you do with it. It is. Be inspired by the fabric, be inspired by the colours, be inspired by the books.
Absolutely. We've got a question coming from Jill. Hi Jill. Jill said, hello, I love the kits. I'm not very good at crochet. I can only do granny squares. She says, how easy is it with Aragurumi? How easy is Aragurumi to learn?
Okay, so if you can crochet, you can do amigurumi. It is really tight weave. So it can feel really hard work when you get going.
Okay.
And I think that's the same with most crochet projects. Until you've got a bit of material to hold on to and a bit of the project, it can actually feel really, really fiddly. And because this is a small hook and because it's a small yarn, it feels like that. But don't give up. Like any project, hold on to it, keep going, keep building that. And as it grows, it becomes easier.
Right.
And you do get used to it very, very quickly. So if you can crochet, you can do these. They are designed for anyone to do. It's just a different size hook and a different size yarn.
Especially when you've got a bumper pack like this.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Jill. Go for it. We've also got a message come in from CJ. Brilliant kits. I like to use the fabric to line the inside of the ears too.
That's a great idea, isn't it?
And how do you stitch it on, or how do you attach the fabric?
Well, I've just sewn it with
Yeah.
a needle and thread. Just needle and thread, yeah. I've just sewn that fabric that I've put on there, but I can imagine these ears.
Yeah, good
I
idea.
might go home actually and use that fabric, same fabric. I might do that. I might steal that idea. Line these ears with this fabric. I love that idea.
CJ.
Yeah.
That's it. I think everybody's going to have different ideas, aren't they? Like you said, it's a big box of inspiration. Everyone has the same kit with the same contents, but everybody's toys are going to look completely different.
They are. At the front of this book, there is a little bit here, and it says, "What is amigurumi?"
Well, it sounds a bit of a funny word when you first hear it. I'm not going to lie, when we first started Yarn Lane, I was like, Aragurumi, what? I couldn't even say it for ages. I kept getting scared I was going to say it completely wrong.
So it originates from Japanese.
Japanese word.
It basically means toys. So
Oh, right.
It's our toys, and it's amigurumi is the tightly knitted toys that we make. So amigurumi, it can be anything, any shape, any size, and some of the ones in the toy box really demonstrate that, because this is where they've got the crazy robots, the hot water bottle covers.
This is a really cool one. This is the one that we started with. We'll have a bit of a closer look at this book, because you've got loads of brilliant ones. Look at this, cafe couple.
Beautiful, aren't they?
Lovely.
And I can imagine with all the colours in this and the box that you've got there with all the different colours.
Yeah.
You can just work your way through the whole box with a few stripes in each.
Absolutely, we love that. And there's a dachshund in there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a dachshund. I'm not sure where it is. This is Doug and the hot water bottle.
Oh, there's hot water bottles.
Mr. Hottie and Dougie.
Oh, they're
Got some
cute.
hot water bottle covers. So again, it's that tight knit crochet. One thing you might want to pop into your box is some hand cream. With crocheting really tight, you might want to just have a break, massage the hands a bit. So you can find with the smaller sizes, you just need to have a little bit of a break, because we've done the nitty critters before, and that's the big yarn, big, soft.
Yeah.
But don't be put off by going from that big size to the small size.
Right, okay.
And these are so tactile.
Well, it's the same technique, isn't it?
Exactly the same technique.
Right.
Exactly the same. Yeah.
We had a question come in from Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Just came in. Could a beginner make any of these?
Yes. The books
Simple as
are so brilliant because
But they're not little leaflets. You've got lots of photographs and
so
step by
much.
step.
Yeah. So this book, while I've got it open, we've got the Toybox one. This one goes through. There's so many pages at the beginning. When we get past all the inspiration, look at those. It tells you everything you need. It tells you your size chart. It talks through scissors. It talks through toy stuffing. So sit down with a cup of tea. It talks to you how to hold it, how to hold your yarn.
Oh, fab.
Find the correct hook to match your yarn, and different size hooks, what that'll do. So it really does. And here we've got one that says frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
And these are the exact sort of questions that I do get asked when I'm teaching. So you've got a whole book. Obviously you can do what other people do, and you can watch back on YouTube, and you can watch other people and sit with another crocheter. So I think this is great for a beginner, because you're not on your own with just a pattern.
No, that's
If you buy a kit in a box, all you have is the pattern.
Yeah.
This gives you all of the frequently asked questions, all of the techniques, all of the tools. So I really say, yeah, definitely. If you're a beginner,
brilliant.
These books are fabulous.
I'm thinking of this on holidays for children as well. It's great to get
Yeah.
started with crochet. I'm thinking summer holidays coming up. This is a great kit. And using your imagination on what colours do you want to use. It's really
definitely.
fun. Like you said, there's no right, you need for this one, you use this colour, this one. You can have a good look through which one do you want to make, and choose what colours to use. And then, like you said, it comes with a bit of an addiction warning. So you do end up with a bit of a stash of yarn, don't you? So it's a good stash buster book as well.
Do you know what you said? I heard you in the last show saying flood Sewing Street with all the monochrome.
Yeah.
I think we should be flooding Yarn Lane TV fans with all these different, because we've got 23 in this one, we've got 16 in this one.
Oh,
16,
yeah.
And we really need to see all of these made, because there's so many of them in all the different shapes, sizes,
Oh, it'd be
colours.
lovely to see them all.
Wouldn't that be
Absolutely.
brilliant?
Yeah. Good idea. And everybody's is going to look different. Everybody's using different colours. And in fact, in the boxes, in the little tins, all the fabrics are assorted as well, aren't they?
They're all different as well. And again, we have fabric scraps at home.
Yeah.
We have all our different buttons at home. So it's a box of inspiration, definitely.
Fantastic. Your main graphic, by the way, is the, is it this one? Or have you swapped over? That's your main graphic at the moment. It's $39.99. All of the kits are the same, apart from the books. You get 3 different books. So we've got people multi-buying and choosing different ones as well. Warning on the pink book, the Sweet Crochet Friends. There's only 13 of those left now. There's only 13 of these, $39.99. We said at the start, but the value for money is fantastic when you break down what you're getting.
Yeah.
Really, really good value for money. Just decide which projects you want to be inspired by, which designs you want to have a go at. But just $39.99 for your gift set. Fab. Should
we do a bit of demo?
Should we have a look at a bit of crochet?
Yes, let's do that. So, if I'm thinking, right, okay, I'm inspired now, what am I going to do? So what I would normally do, this is my project bag. I grab my project bag from somewhere and I go, I'm going to make...
How many projects do you have on the go? Is that
I don't think I'm allowed to say.
Oh, okay.
Too many, my husband would say. So I've decided I'm going to have a look at Wacky Bear.
Oh, wow, I love
Wacky
it.
Bear is in the Toybox one. And I'm thinking, right, Wacky Bear, let's have a look. So what do I need for Wacky Bear? I need some light brown. I can see the main colour is this dark brown. A light brown looks like his nose, and some pinks for his cheeks. So I'll go to my box and I'm thinking, okay, this big ball, Let's have a look. That will do for my main colour. I've got a dark brown here. Let's have some of that. And I go really rosy cheeks, so I'm going to have this one. So I'm going to select them. I'll need my stuff in later, but I can actually put this box aside now. I don't think I'm going to use those. I'm going to drop them in my current project bag, and I've got Wacky Bear. So this one, I wanted to demonstrate from this book because this is the one where she works in the symbols.
Right.
And so some people might love this and some people might hate it, and I wanted to really make it clear. So when we turn over, we've got the instructions, and if your camera can zoom in here, you will see it's this one. They're not all, it's only this book that's written like this.
Okay.
So it's written in the symbols and you get a chart.
Right.
So round 1, in the brackets it tells us we need to finish with 6 stitches, and this is how we do it. So in a starting ring, X6 dot. So
Yeah, you need to go back to your key.
right, let's go back to the beginning. So X in this book is what they call a single crochet. I'm looking at my pictures and I don't call this a single crochet. This to me is a double crochet.
In the UK terminology.
Yeah, in UK terminology. So X6 is actually, for me, do 6 double crochet.
Yeah, and what's dot?
And the dot is a slip stitch.
Right.
And it tells you how to do a slip stitch. So some people might choose to rewrite, some people might just dive straight in and go, okay, I'm happy with that, let's have a go. That might put off a few people, it might challenge a few people.
Well, you just make yourself your own key, get a little jotter, and if you forget, you've got it there as the terminology that you know.
Yes, exactly. So I've got my hook, I've got my yarn. So I need to do 6 double crochets into a starting ring.
Okay.
The starting ring I would recommend is a magic ring, what we call a magic ring, because if we bring this one back so the overhead camera can see, you want a sort of ring that will close into a really, really tight centre point.
Okay.
There are different ways of doing foundation rings, and we can just make a chain and join it, which is fine, but it might leave a hole. So I'm going to show you in one of the books. I'm not sure if you're able to find it while I'm demoing this.
Absolutely.
It demos how to do a magic ring.
I'll have a look.
So a magic ring for me.
There are different ways of doing this then.
I think it's the same magic ring, but
Yeah.
everyone might remember it differently. So I put it across my hand. This is how I teach it. And then I circle it round and back over the end. So I've got a ring like this. What I want to do is do some stitches over this double part so that when I pull the tail, it closes around them. So if I put my crochet hook underneath, I just catch hold of the yarn and pull it through like this. So all I've done is go through and catch it and pull it through onto the hook. Now I'm going to chain once, make a little chain, wrap it round and pull it through. And it will hold, so I don't need to hold it quite as strong now. It is quite fiddly, but once you get to grips with doing the magic ring, it's worth it. So I've got the double part here, I've got the single part here, and I've just attached my hook. So I'm just going to do double crochet, 6 of them along this part where it's got a double. So a double, I poke the hook through, hook the yarn on the other side and pull it back, and I have 2 on the hook, 1, 2, and I notice because this is so small it's really hard to see sometimes. Yarn around the hook and pull it through. So if we can do that again, I've got these 2 strands I want to go around, so through, pick up the yarn on the other side and pull it through. I've got 2 onto my hook, yarn round, pull it through. It's really quite fiddly, and it's one of those, use the pictures, use YouTube, have a play, but if you can get to grips with the magic ring, if I just finish those 6, and I'll show you why, if you can do the magic ring, it will be so much easier.
It's in the designer Aragurumi book, the Cosmopolitan collection of all of the designers together, where there's
Fabulous.
Actually an image of there's quite a detailed image actually of how to do the magic ring or adjustable ring.
Adjustable ring. So I've done 6 quite quickly. If you were watching, I'm really sorry. And I've done it across the double part. So now, while I pull the tail, what's going to happen to the ring is it's going to close and close and close and close and close and close until we've got this tiny little ring in the middle.
Oh yeah.
And so if you can learn to do the magic ring and you pull that tight, then it is worth it.
Yeah. Well, you
and the
use
stitches,
it a lot, don't you?
You
with
do
Aragurumi?
use it a lot because Amigurumi is such a tight weave. If you can learn the magic ring, I know that Mandy Cameron did the Nitty Critters, and the way she describes hers is to chain 2. So cast on as normal, chain 2, and leave your bottom one as a big loop and pull that one. It has the same effect.
Okay.
And so there are different ways that you can do it, and there might be a way that you're more comfortable with.
Yeah, it's personal preference. So just have a bit of a
Yeah.
play on YouTube with different ones. Or this is the book,
So-
the 23 crochet toys, the designer Aragurumi, where there is also
Sorry, what page was it, did you say?
20.
Page 20, there we have it, yeah.
And there's also step-by-step written instructions as well as just the images.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's one of those, don't be put off by it. It looks fiddly, but if you can have a little play with it and even have a play with a bigger yarn if you want to, when you can get to grips with the magic ring or the adjustable ring, it really is worth it because it will make it nice and neat. So one other thing I wanted to show you as well, if I flip back, it's the same book actually. 2 pages before that, we've got special stitches used in Amigurumi here. It talks about the difference, and I've talked about this on the show as well, between what are 2 stitches together, which decreases, and what is an invisible single crochet. So what I've done on this one, I did 2 stitches together. So you go into the first stitch, pull it through, go into the second stitch, pull it through, and then finish it off. And that's fine. That's a way of decreasing. In this invisible one, you just go through the front loops of the stitches. And what that does when you're using such a fine yarn is to make it less lumpy. So I've got 2 kits here in front of us. Give you a camera a bit of space and let me demo why you might want to do it in Amigurumi. If you can you see this ridge running around the top of his nose?
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't notice it unless I've pointed it out.
No, you wouldn't.
That's because on this one I did 2 stitches together.
Right.
And on this one it's a nice smooth increase and decrease because I did just using the front loops.
Is there a right or wrong?
There isn't. And to be honest, probably if you're comfortable and you don't mind, but if you're looking to maybe challenge yourself with some different ways of doing things, you want your decreases not to be visible, and you as a creator might go, I'm not quite happy with it myself. Nobody else can notice it. But you know, we're always our worst enemies, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Our worst critics. And you might think, with it being such fine work, I don't like that lumpiness, what the 2 together does. And you might want to do the invisible decrease, which is a lot smoother. So these books, again,
really
another
inspiring.
technique, so many techniques, so many designs.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right, just quickly, can we just have a stock update? So the pink book first, which is the Sweet Crochet Friends. The one with the lovely little tiny lamb. I absolutely love it. It's just $39.99. Remember, inside you get your books. We only have 6 left. 6 kits left. All of your inspiration. This is the one that we were talking about. In fact, actually, this one also has adjustable ring, the magic ring instructions in there as well. Plus, lots of great techniques before you get into your projects. That in itself is a fantastic book, isn't it? Just all of your techniques before you even get into the projects. And these are so cute. Really, really cute designs in here. Look, the little panda, there's rabbits, there's dolls. There's the little lamb. Love them all. Absolutely love them all. There's 5 left. Only 5 remaining of this one. Remember, you get all of your yarn. So you get 3 50-gram balls, 3 different colours, all 100% cotton. You then also get 16 25-gram balls, all 16 different colours. You get your DMC tin, which has lots of nice goodies in there. You get your toy stuffing as well, including your crochet hook, by the way. Assorted fabrics in there. You've got safety eyes, you've got your stitch marker, you've got a needle, you've also got your embroidery skein, you've got your threads, you've got crochet hook, you've got another little chart in here. All for just $39.99. That's a cross-stitch chart in there as well. Amazing. I suppose it's from DMC who have put this little box of treats for you together. So they've put a DMC cross-stitch chart as well. So it's just all little lovely detail. We have never done anything like this on Yarn Lane before. Very exciting to have these kits. Gorgeous for gifts. We keep saying this, but they are great gift ideas. All for just $39.99. Keep it under the bed for Christmas. Get it all ready, stock up. I know that I keep talking about Christmas and we're in July, but these are perfect gifts and I can't guarantee that we'll have them closer to Christmas, so it's definitely worth making the most of it. Just so you know, we've got so many of you who've got this in your basket and there's literally 5 to be checked out. 5 left. 5 left. The blue box next is the one that's of the collective of designers, which, as Claire was saying, you can read about at the back of the book. You can have a good look through the content, decide which you want to make. You've got 23 different Aragurumi projects in here. The lovely little bunnies that we were looking at, the bird, the cat, we love Leo the lion. I think that would be the first one that I'd be choosing, the giraffe. Love the giraffe. For the giraffe, that would be perfect because look, you've got loads of lovely colours in there as well. The fox is great. In fact, let me just have a look. 138. There's the giraffe. 138. Shelley the tortoise. Oh, absolutely love Shelley. Love, love, love that one. So there's great inspiration in here. And then to make sure you've got somewhere to start, don't get me wrong, if you are going to want to make all of the animals in here, then you can add more yarn from your stash or buy more yarn. But this is a great selection of colour, not just a few little sample bits to get started. There's a huge selection there, plus toy filling. All of the bits and bobs again in your DMC tin, including all of the fabrics, the eyes, a crochet hook. For somebody who's starting out crochet or a seasoned pro, there's lovely inspiration in there. Now, there's less than 20 of those available, less than 20. And then finally, the toy box, which is this one. It's exactly the same kit. The only difference this time is your book. So the projects, I know lots of people who are purchasing multiple and trying out different ones. This is the one that's using the symbols that we were just talking about. So there, look, there's your dash and 16 projects in this one. Best friends forever. Oh, we love these. Tea time with the peaceful animals. Oh, check out the cactus. That is brilliant. Oh, yeah, he is quite sexy, Emma. With his sombrero. Yep, Emma is weird. You've got your wedding party. How lovely would they be for wedding gifts? They'd be lovely. Someone who, I know so many people who have had to have their weddings postponed over the last 18 months. They'd be a lovely gift for somebody. So there's loads of great inspiration in all of these books. It's just a matter of which one do you want to have a go at. £39.99 for your kit. Again, less than 20 of those as well. Very, very busy today.
I've just noticed something as you were flicking through then. I've just found that page that I've just seen flash past. So on this page here, it's another thing that says a different way of joining your rounds.
Okay.
So if you do it in spirals, you are going to end up with a sort of stepped colour, like I've done here with the hippo, and you can see the spirals make this step colour. And it tells you there's another way of joining here finish the round and move up one, and we've talked about this before as well, but it gives it a much neater finish. So many tips and tricks for even the seasoned crocheter.
Well, yeah, because that wouldn't offend me if it just stepped up a little bit. But if you are a seasoned pro and you're thinking, do you know what, that would just bug me, then it shows you how to do it without having that step up.
Definitely. And in one of them, it also says about laundry instructions. That's another frequently asked questions. So it tells you how to wash them.
So can you wash them then?
You can wash anything. The thing with crocheted or homemade yarn animals is how big the weave is. And if it's quite a big weave, when it goes through a washing machine, it's going to stretch.
Yeah.
And so these are probably a lot more forgiving in a washing machine than some of the bigger animals that we make because the weave is so tight.
Yeah.
And it says that you can, of course you can, and it's 100% cotton.
Yeah.
But just be delicate, light wash, maybe put them in a pillowcase.
Yeah.
But because of the tight weave, there's probably going to be less distortion than you would have in some of the big kits that we've looked at before.
Oh, fantastic.
But even in the book, it says about laundry instructions.
Oh, that's good. That's really good, isn't it? There you go. General safety warning and tips and things. Especially, I think these are going to be well-loved toys, aren't they?
Indeed.
Lovely little friends, especially with the like you said, the hippo doesn't talk much, but he's a good listener. I can imagine, you know, you going through with children, which one do you want me to make? Let's learn about them all first, and which one do you want, which personality?
Definitely. You said about the wedding. Imagine like children at a wedding.
Oh, that'd be perfect for them to play with.
Flower girls and page boys
that'd be
with
lovely
little
gifts.
teddies.
Really lovely gifts for flower girls. Right, we have got, how long left did you say, sorry? About 10 minutes. Is there anything else? What else did you want to
Well, are there any
mention?
questions? Is there anything anyone wants to know? Because I'm conscious we haven't done a lot of crochet today because there is so much inspiration from these. I think I've mentioned all the really good points to get in there. So were there any questions or anything that you want me to recap?
Get them in whilst you can. I'm on Facebook, I'm on the Facebook Live. There's a lot of people who are just saying, I'm a beginner, where do I start? Can I do this as a beginner? All of the books, actually, I know that they're all different, but they all do go through step by step, don't they?
They do.
As a beginner.
And I think it depends if you're, what type of learner you are. So if you're quite a visual one, you might really like the one that works in the symbols.
Yeah.
The others are more traditional. So if we open up this one, they are more traditional. And so it says, making the head, using your main colour, make a magic ring, chain 1, do 8, this says single crochets, but we did doubles in the UK, into the ring. Do not join it. You should have 8 stitches. And it talks you through verbatim everything you need to do with all these pictures at the top, which is so much more than you'd ever get in a single project.
Yeah.
There are so many pictures, and it will say, see picture 1, see picture 2, see picture 3, and it talks you through every single part.
If you think about how much you pay for a kit, and you think about per toy, if you think about how much you pay per pattern, this is brilliant, actually, isn't
I think they're great value.
Especially as they're all broken down step by step. It isn't just one page of like you said, of symbols or anything. It still talks you through step by step everything.
It does. And even I've been crocheting for a while, and I still appreciate being able to see the pictures and somebody talking me through a new pattern with this much detail. And so I think they're fabulous, especially for people who are just learning, because there is so many pictures in there.
Yeah.
You're not on your own.
No,
It feels that you've got this support.
Yeah, that's it, absolutely. With photographs as well. Now, just so you know, the pink is completely sold out. There is still availability on the toy box. There's also availability on the designer Aragurumi. See, I still can't say it, but I've been doing it online how many months now? I'm just going to say toys. Toys, Aragurumi, these toys, Japanese. There's 13 of this one left now, 13 of this one left. This is the one, actually, if you are doing, like I said, price per project, you get 23 projects in that book. That is brilliant value for money. I know with the yarn in the kit and the toy stuff, etc., you are going to need to add more to it. But it does come with a bit of an addiction warning, doesn't it? This won't be your first and last crochet project.
I can't wait to see the pictures as they're coming up on Yarn Lane fans.
Absolutely.
I'm really, really excited.
Are you on the fan page then as well?
I am. And I'm going to, I feel like I want to do them all.
Yeah.
There was a comment before I came on. I said we were doing Amigurumi, and somebody said, oh, I love that. And I was like, I really, really want to, I just want to do the lot.
Well, what's the next one on your list?
Oh, well, I have done one from the 2 books that have got the traditional patterns. So I am going to go with the one with the
robots.
Yeah, one with the symbols. And the one I started actually, why don't we do Wacky Bear? I think I'll do Wacky Bear in full next. Here he is.
Yeah,
so I think Wacky Bear is going to be my next project.
Someone's asked, if I've done a wrong stitch with Aragurumi, because it's a lot tighter, is it hard to undo?
No, definitely not. In fact, I've pulled out a couple of these. You leave behind a bigger hole than you had to begin with. So sometimes pulling it out is the best thing you can do if it seems to be going long. One of the things with working with cotton, because it's lots of strands, you can sometimes find that a stray strand gets caught on the hook and pulled through weirdly.
Yeah.
And you might want to pull it back. Don't be afraid of pulling it out. That was one of the tips we've said in the past before. If you need to pull it out, crochet is so forgiving that you can pull out a couple.
I feel like you notice it a lot quicker than you would with knitting.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Knitting, you can go rows and rows without noticing that you've got a hole, whereas crochet, you can kind of tell, can't you, straight away if it's not quite right.
Definitely.
Yeah, you'll notice if you've got any holes or, perfect.
Yeah, but don't be afraid to pull it out, and absolutely, and it's very forgiving, and you'll be able to go back in quite easily.
Yeah, brilliant for beginners as well to know that if you are making mistakes, you can go back and correct it. Right, so your graphic at the moment is for the blue. Right, just so you know, we're looking at going to single figures on this one, very close to single figures. If you've got it in your basket, please do check out as soon as you can. I'm thinking, for somebody who is splitting it with a friend even, and you say, you pick a project, I pick a project, choose what colours you want, and doing something with a friend. I know that we're able to go and do little classes, meetups, craft things again now, Sue, so it's perfect for that, isn't it?
Great idea. Yeah, no, I really like that idea. And there's, you can get inspiration from so many places. So in this one, we've got an elephant that's got a little tutu. And it could be that you've got the perfect bit of fabric for that tutu. Yeah. And inspiration comes from the most amazing places. It comes from each other, it comes from these books, it comes from the materials we have lying around the house that we think, oh, I don't want to get rid of that fabric. It's my favourite fabric from an event or something that maybe an item of clothing that you've grown out of or is damaged, but you can't bear to throw it away.
Oh,
why not use that fabric to inspire you?
Yeah, it could be a memory bear or something, couldn't it, as well? Oh, so many lovely ideas. Please do send in all of your photos to the Yarn Lane fan page as well, so Claire can see them. Thank you ever so much for today.
It's a pleasure.
It's gone ever so quick. It's been lovely having you back. When are you back on with us?
Don't know. Let's see what we do next.
All right, amazing.
Let's see how these go.
Yeah, I was going to say, we want to see all of your updates as well on the fan page.
If we come back on with these again, I'll try and have a whole row across the front. See how many I can make.
Brilliant. Thank you ever so much. We'll see you soon. Right, so just update. The pink sold out. Congratulations if you managed to get them. The other 2 kits at the moment are available on the website. It's currently... 5 to 1, the 9th of July. I thought you were giving me odds then. 5 to 1 chances of this. No, it's 5 to 1 on the 9th of July. If you're watching on a replay, it's definitely worth speaking with the customer service team on the phone number you can see on the screen there. But those of you that have shopped with Sewing Street today, you're only paying 1 postage and packaging across with us on Yarn Lane. So make the most of the Sewing Street website as well as the Yarn Lane website. If you want some more stitch markers, I know that Claire was recommending, some scissors, the hand cream, maybe the seams hand cream that we had earlier on this morning on Sewing Street. So do make the most of them. It's been a pleasure being back with you. Don't forget there's more Yarn Lane tomorrow, more crochet tomorrow with lovely Vanessa as well. Animal toys coming up again tomorrow with Vanessa, so do make sure you tune in at 12 o'clock. I'll see you on Tuesday on Sewing Street. It's been a pleasure being back with you. And who's tomorrow? Wendy. Wendy will be with you on Yarn Lane and Adele on Sewing Street tomorrow from 8 o'clock. We'll see you then.